Okay, everyone, this is what we call the anatomy of a web page per the title right here. And we can see we start off with a piece of bread on top here. Thus, I have bread right here. So B-R-E-A-D. Let me finish writing it. Sorry for my third grade writing right here. And we start off with a piece of bread, and we end with that same with the same type of thing. Another piece of bread. We have a piece of lettuce right here, and then we have a piece of lettuce down here, so it is like a sandwich. And even before this tomato, even right after the bread, we have this piece of tomato, so that goes here, and then we have another layer of tomatoes here. So this is kind of like an HTML page. So for example, we can start off with HTML as a tag, and then we know we have to end it with with the same HTML tag. The only difference is we have this front slash right here to indicate that's the end, the bottom of it, much like the sandwich. We have here body, and we have the ending of the body here, and everything in between the two body tags is essentially is the contents of what people will see. So I will introduce everyone with one tag, and that is the bold tag. So that would kind of show us a little bit of the formatting that we have in store. So for example, we might have just hello world, and then we can bold it. We can say the bolded version, which is simply B and then hello world, and then we can finish it with B. So let's go ahead and do the same thing when we open up our text editor. Okay, we are going to focus on two tags in this very basic web example web page. We're going to deal with the italics tag and the bold tag. Let's take a look here. Here's the original hello world. If we open that up, it's very basic. It just says hello world, and that's because we didn't even put any HTML tags in it, despite it having the extension of HTML. So I want to show you how we can open this. We want to open it in Notepad because that's how we can edit it. We're going to right click on it, and we're going to go to open with. Now, here is the thing. Unless you've opened it in Notepad before, it's not going to show up as a possible default application. So you're going to take your cursor, you're going to go choose another app, and it's going to hopefully, come on. Okay, open it in Notepad. We're going to click on it, and we're going to say always open it in Notepad. Okay, well, we didn't necessarily want that because it's going to, my apologies, it's going to open it right up in Notepad every single time. So unfortunately, your instructor made a small mistake, but we'll rectify that in just a second. Now, and I'm happy I'm making this mistake in front of you, but I just want to show you this. You recall in the last video, I just did hello world, and we did not use any HTML tags. That's why it looks so plain. Now, let's go back, and let's by default open it with Microsoft Edge, or let's do Firefox. Firefox is better. And there it is in Firefox. It's the same deal. And let's set it as primary browser because I prefer Firefox over Microsoft Edge any day of the week. Let's see, go ahead. Yes. I was hoping that it would always open. I was hoping that the icon would change. So let's do Firefox again, and hopefully it will change to always opening up in Firefox. It's already running, but it's not responding. Close Firefox. Okay. Default apps, make Firefox and HTML. Let's change this to Firefox and set default. And let's X this out and X this out. So now we have this by default opening up in Firefox. All right, let's try this again, and this time we're going to edit it in Notepad. We're starting off where the icon where it shows hello world is either Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge, I should say, or Firefox. We're going to right click and watch what I do. When it ever comes up, it's going to be slower because it's virtualized, and it's going to be open with and then Notepad. And notice it might say do it once, or by default, just if it ever comes comes up, just say do it once or just this time or something. Meanwhile, we are trying to open this up in Notepad, and let's see, we're still waiting for it. We're still waiting for that Notepad thing to open up, and let's try it again. Right click, and keep in mind, mine might not be acting right simply because I might not have all the cores installed on this, but hold on. Okay, all right, this is what happens when we do things live. Things take a lot longer than they should. I might have to pause this video and to know and understand what is going on here. Okay, I'm just gonna pause it. Okay, open with Notepad. It should open up. Okay, there we go. We finally opened it up in Notepad. All right, so we're gonna delete this hello world, and we're going to write this HTML page, kind of like how we wrote this HTML body hello world, and then we're gonna do a bold tag and things like that. But we're gonna change it up a little bit. So we'll say HTML, and just for giggles, we're going to end the HTML tag right here to make sure we don't forget. And then we're going to create our body tag, and then we're going to end our body tag right here. Now everything in between the two body tags is what will comprise our web page as. So instead of just saying, well, we'll do hello world, if I can spell hello world, with no tags, and then we're going to do hello world with a bold tag, so that this is our opening bold tag, hello world, and this is the closing bolding tag, and then we're going to do an italics right here, and then we're going to say hello world, and then we're going to close the italic right there, the italics tag. So the first one will be a plain hello world, the next one will be a bold hello world, and the next one will be an italic hello world. Now to save this, we have to go to file, and then we can do save, and now we have saved it, and here is hello world. Now the other thing I just wanted to stress is that we have hello and then world with a space. Just so you know, we don't like spaces in our file name, so we're going to go right click, and then we are going to rename, and then all we have to do is left click and then close the gap right there, and we have correctly named the file, the hello world file. And to be honest, let's go ahead and rename it again, and individual words should be capitalized. There we go, so we can make sense of the file name in of itself. Double click, it'll open up naturally in Firefox. Now hopefully it won't take that long to open up. I apologize if it does, because as I said, this is a virtualized operating system, and we can see, okay, so we can see that hello world is the regular, and then we have hello world right there is in bold, and then hello world in italic. But you can see, let's see if you can see what I'm saying right here. And if we go back to the actual HTML file, let's right click, open with, and then Notepad. Okay, we can see that I tend to write them one right after the other, as you can see here. And the way this works, so I wanted them stacked like this. I wanted hello world to be on top, then the bold hello world to be on the bottom, and then the italics version of hello world to be below the bolded one. But as you can see, by default, it reads everything left to right on the same line. So I'm going to introduce to you another tag, and that's the paragraph tag, or P. So I'm going to say hello world is right where it should be there, but we're going to start a new paragraph, and we're going to put additional tags right here. We're going to say P paragraph, and then we're going to end the paragraph right here. And we're going to do the same thing to this one here, P, and then end the paragraph tag right here. See how that works? So now we should see the hello world in regular font, I guess. We can see the bold version of hello world below the regular hello world, and then the italic version below the bold. So let's go ahead and save it. Just go to file and then save, and all we have to really do is refresh, and look at that. We have hello world, and then the bold version, and then the italics version, all from just a couple of formatting tags. And at the end of the day, that's what HTML, all it is a markup language. All it does is it formats how basically a web page should look.